Hello and welcome to this period of instruction on lead generation. We're going to talk about why lead generation is so important, implementing a lead generation strategy, and tracking numbers for your accountability. Here's some training suggestions as you go along. Have a pen and paper with you. Write down some ideas you like. Consider ways to implement these ideas. Write down thoughts to share at the end, as well as write down some experiences you wish to share at the end. All right, the importance of lead generation, why it's important. There are more agents than there are houses for sale right now. People are busy. They're going to forget that you are in the business. So you need to consistently remind people that you are a licensed realtor and you have knowledge to share with them. Furniture store analogy. When we walk into a store, we're always greeted. They ask if we need help. We say, we're just looking, and we move away. Finally, we find something that we want. When we find that piece of furniture we want, do we go back and find the person who greeted us? Or do we look around and find the closest person near us? It's the same thing in real estate. Your friends, your family, your past clients, they're always going to go to the closest realtor to them. They're not going to go run around and look for the realtor that first greeted them. Just because you sold them a house doesn't mean they're going to call you to resell their house. In fact, I saw a statistic somewhere that says only about 25% of the buyer's agents who sold them the house is the listing agent down the road. Cold hard facts. Without lead generation, you're going to fail to gain momentum. Without lead generation, you're going to always worry where your next deal will come from. And without practice, you're not going to be comfortable doing it. My suggestion is practice it every day from 9 to 10:30 a.m. And it could be a different time of day, but practicing it is going to make you comfortable. We'll get into scripts and some other things later. Why do it daily? Well, without a routine, you're doomed to fail at it. It takes weeks of practice to get comfortable with it. It takes months of practice to get great at it. And it's more fun and comforting to do with other agents in the office. So, a suggestion I have is once or twice a week, hey, we all call each other and we pretend as if we're a lead. We pretend as if we're calling a friend or family and have a conversation that is geared towards real estate. Why is this important? Well, I already said that. There are more agents than houses for sale. People are busy. They're going to forget you're in the business. You can't control the real estate market, but you can control your efforts. We have nothing to do with how few houses there are for sale, but we have everything to do with how much practice we put into our skill, our craft, and becoming comfortable with what we do. And you'll feel more confident in your abilities to make money. Again, practice it every day from 9 to 10:30 a.m.
If you abdicate the lead generation process, your primary focus as a business owner. Now, how many of you are in the real estate business? Let me see your hands. How many of you are in the mortgage business? Okay. How many of you are in other businesses? You're self-employed, small business. Okay, great. Here's the thing. When you go to work every day, your primary focus as a business person is to generate a lead. And then there's a job part of your business, which is helping people buy and sell homes, doing transactions, doing paperwork, doing appraisals, getting inspections done, getting loans done, yada, yada, yada. You own a business, and inside the business, there's a job. Most people focus on the job and don't run the business. If this makes sense, say aye. The number one focus of your business is lead generation. Now, next thing you need is multiple sources of the leads. Multiple sources. We're going to talk about that. Many streams make a mighty river, true story. Okay? The mighty Amazon, made up of a lot of little tributaries. So here's the sources. There's 3 sources for leads going forward. The first and most important by far is relational. the relational sources for leads. Okay? Oh, by the way, how many of you like the idea of how many of you like the word relational? How many of you like the idea of having customers who like you? Let me see your hands nice and high. How many of you like even more the idea of you liking your customers? Can I see your hands? How many of you would like to only work with people you like? Can I see your hands? That is what set me on fire in my career. Once I made a commitment, I was going to do the work because I wanted to give my heart to people, but I wanted to give my heart to people that I could trust, and the only way I could trust them is if they trusted me. And I was going to go find them. Are you guys with me? Oh, by the way, it also pays the bills. It also pays the bills. I shared this earlier on. If it's true, you're not bragging. The average sales agent, not the average realtor, because realtor as a term by NAR also includes brokers. So you take brokers out of the mix. The average sales agent in the National Association of Realtors last year made $39,900 in gross commissions. Or as we say in California, gross. What comes out of that 39 grand? First of all, there's some kind of broker split or desk fee. The next thing is there's some costs, because whether you make $1 million a year or whether you make 30 grand a year, your cell phone costs pretty much the same. Your NAR dues are the same. Your car insurance is the same. Your health insurance is the same. Your expenses are, if you're $1 million a year person, or you make 40 grand a year, most of your expenses are the same. Hello? The good news with this person here, and I agree with a certain part of this, is they're kind of sticking it to the tax man. They're like, yeah, you're not the boss of me. I'm so broke, you're getting nothing from me. How do you like me now? Come on, Hillary. Come on, Donald. How do you like me now? Not sending my money to Iran.
All right, so items that are going to infringe upon your lead generation time. These are the things that we want to avoid if you decide that 9 to 10:30 is your lead generation time, 3 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever time you put in your calendar, here's the items that are going to interrupt you. Attending inspections, answering phones, answering emails, attending training, answering questions from others in the office, small talk with others in the office, showing up late, going to the gym, sleeping in. Strategies that are going to minimize this infringement, mark it on your calendar, or ask other agents to do lead generation with you in a group setting. One of my suggestions and what I like to do with some people is, we all kind of go in the conference room a couple times a week, and our only focus is generating leads and talking to our leads. Another strategy is clear off your desk, put your phone on silent. And when you're getting started, say to yourself, lead generation is the lifeblood of my business. Try doing these things and play around with it, see what it works best. Do it alone with no distractions from family, coworkers, pets, etc. Do it in a group. Gather in the conference room, round robin the calls and messages, share successes and failures. Pick a strategy, do it for a week, and evaluate your progress. Now, something I wanted to bring up about lead generation is that we hear this term, but what does it really mean? Well, we know in the sales funnel that everybody, starts as people up at the top. Before people become leads, we need to have conversations with them. And if they indicate that they have an interest in buying a house or selling a house in the next year, they become leads. So lead generation isn't just cold calls. These are reaching out to people we know, people we like, reaching out to past clients, as well as reaching out to leads that we have in our CRM. Lead generation in the sales funnel. Well, here we go. You got people here, you got leads, clients, contracts, and money. The funnel. People that you know, like, and trust you, they're likely to do business if you can stay top of mind. Leads are folks that have expressed interest in needing a realtor this year. Clients are leads that you have met with and have signed an agreement. Contracts, buying under contract to buy or sellers under contract to close. And of course, you end up on payday. What daily lead generation is going to do is systematically move people into the lead stage, build up your pipeline, and moving folks down the funnel. It's going to help you gain momentum and success by having a routine you become great at. So daily lead generation isn't just talking to people, it's talking to leads, it's talking to clients, it's anybody that you have in your CRM or your phone. Spark up a conversation with them, ask them how they're doing, how's life, how's work. Chances are they're going to ask you the same. And when they do, you can talk about what you're up to at work. And at some point, ask them, hey, I'm looking to build up my business. Do you know somebody who needs a realtor this year? That's the way I put it. I don't say, somebody looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. No, I just simply, do you know anyone who needs a realtor this year? Usually they say no. In which I say, hey, all good. If it comes up though, could you do me a favor and make a group introduction? Send me a text, send your friend a text. That way you don't have to get involved in making sure we get in touch. And they always say yeah. Lead generation strategies start with the 3 F's: friends, family, future clients. These are your leads. These people are most likely to want you to succeed. They're also the most forgiving. Ask them to do some practice presentations so you can sharpen your skills. The path to confidence and comfort is repetition. Your goal should be to practice a buyer and seller presentation twice a week. Start with agents in the office, your friends, and your family. I'm working on putting together a presentation close to this. I would time block a weekly slot to practice with other Sunbay agents in the conference room. Great conversation starting points. We all want to talk about real estate to ensure that our friends and family know what we do and that they see and hear about our confidence and knowledge within the market. So here are some great conversation pieces to use. What intrigues you most about real estate? What are some of the biggest questions you have about transactions? What scares you the most about buying a house? What do you think is most important when choosing an agent? Are you aware of what agents pay for licensing, MLS access, broker splits, and marketing? Do you know how lenders are compensated? These are just a couple quick questions you can have on that's going to spark some thought on their side, because most agents aren't asking these types of questions. So my suggestions are, find some questions that you like and keep them in your back pocket. Some other starting points: do you understand what contingencies in the contract are and how they can be used to protect the buyer's deposit? This is a great question for potential for sale by owners. Do you understand how homes are appraised? Do you know what to expect in closing costs and what those costs are used for? Have you ever seen an inspection report? Would you like to review one together? Do you understand what PMI is and how to avoid it? Do you understand how property taxes are determined and how to avoid the parts of town where they are the highest? Other ways to use these questions: as a social media post, Q&A, as an email, or a text to your leads. So these are good questions we can incorporate on our auto plans. The point of these conversations is to expose you ahead of time to questions that you will eventually be put on the spot to answer. As you script practice with other Sunbay agents, it will reveal gaps in your knowledge and give you focus on where you need to research. Top producers talk about real estate constantly. They own the mind share of their sphere of influence when it comes to real estate. Some lead generation opportunities. The best and most new leads come from non-working events. Things such as dinners with friends, barbecues, graduation parties, birthday parties. Your sphere of influence: former coworkers, people you've met at open houses, out of town realtors who need a referral partner, friends and family, social events, new friends you meet at barbecues, restaurants and parties, holidays, realtor training, kids sporting events, rec leagues that you or your spouse participate in, book clubs, gym, athletics. Lead generation is the most important skill. Master it. Otherwise, we're always going to be nervous about where our next client and our next closing is going to be. Let's skip past this.
Better home.
So how to lead generate? This is something that everybody struggles with. You know, the books teach us to lead generate by making cold calls to expired listings and door knocking, and it works. And I encourage us to do something like that at some point. However, there are more comfortable ways to get started. Here's some suggestions. Time block every morning, Monday through Friday from 9 to 10 a.m. Daily group conversation to share challenges and success stories. Use this as a primer. So, you know, one idea could be, you know, you pick a partner and you just call them at 9 a.m. and you just pretend as if they're a lead. Script practice, role play. Each day, pick a different target or a different category to target. You know, Monday could be internet leads and brevity. Tuesdays could be current clients. Wednesdays could be past clients. Friends who are currently active on the Facebook Messenger, going through your phone contacts, or picking 3 to 5 letters of the alphabet and contacting these folks in your phone. So every day you just go ABC, you reach out to all those folks. So when you reach out to these folks, what do? Spark a conversation. Hey, how are things? I saw something that made me think of you. I was wondering about this or that. How is work? How is family? How's the house? The goal is to feel that warm feeling by reconnecting with folks that you already like and trust. You know, this has lacked for years in my life. It's always been about business for me. And, you know, people can feel that. You know, now when I put the focus on other folks, you know, and I care about what's going on in the world, it makes me feel closer to them. You know, hopefully they ask about us and our business, then talk about real estate. Share a success story about a closing or something funny that happened while showing homes or at the office. Ask some questions from the real estate question scripts. Go organically with the conversations. If the business doesn't come up, cool. If it does, cool. Follow up with a text. Hey, great connecting with you. I forgot to tell you about my website, you know, myname.website.com. Share it with your friends who may need a realtor later on. So here's some tools for lead generating.
4 best tools in the world, in the industry for lead generation today. 4 best tools in the world, in the industry for lead generation today. Okay, all right. Perfect, thanks a lot. Hi there, it's Kevin Ward, the founder of Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training and the creator of Agent Mastery Live, helping you get more yeses and more successes in your business and in your life. And I got a question that came, I think, on a YouTube video. The question was, what is the best tool for lead generation? And so today, my friend, I am going to share with you the best tool for lead generation. In fact, I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to share with you the 4 best tools in the world, in the industry for lead generation today, and I'm going to tell you they're not what you think. So right now, if you want to just put in the comments, what do you think, without watching the rest of the video, what do you think is the most important tool or the best tool for lead generation? Now, the first thing that came to my mind was your mouth. If you can talk to people and you can inspire people to want to meet with you and to talk to you, that is the most powerful tool. And it's a great tool. Your mouth is a good tool. Okay. And I'm like, oh no, it's the phone, baby. The best tool for lead generation is to pick up the phone and talk to people. Well, you can argue that or not argue that, but that's not the most important tool or best tool for lead generation. Or maybe it's, the best tool for lead generation is a script, baby. Get a script and master how to use it. That's the best tool for lead generation. And best scripts right here, the Book of Yes. You can get them on thebookofyes.com, but that's not the best tool for lead generation in and of itself. Or maybe some people go like, you know what? No, it's the internet. I mean, the internet is the best tool for lead generation. Now, somebody else goes like, no, it's video, baby. If you want the best tool today for lead generation is you need to be using video. I love it. I think video is awesome. Not the most important tool, not the best tool for lead generation. And somebody else says, no, it's social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, I don't know. But they're like, no, it's social media. I love social media. It's awesome. A lot of stuff you can do with social media. It's still not the best tool for lead generation. Okay, I know what it is. You need a website. Man, you get a good website, and I teach agents how to do what we call a real online seller vortex. It actually pulls them into a relationship with you, but it's not a website. You see, here's the reason. None of those can make you money in and of themselves. It's how you leverage those media, those mediums, media, it'd be media. It's how you leverage those media. It's how you leverage those conduits to make you money, to actually generate leads. So the 4 best tools in your lead generation toolbox, my friend, are these. Number 1 is you. And not just you, but what I call your attractive character. Your attractive character, what Napoleon Hill in his book Think and Grow Rich called a pleasing personality. Are you someone that people buy into? Are you someone that talks to people and they go like, I like that person, I feel like that person can help me? So it starts with having an attractive character. It has to do with your presence, how you show up, how well you communicate. It has to do with how much confidence you have. It's what kind of first impressions you give to people by the way you dress, by the way you look, by the way you carry yourself, by the way you talk. All of that creates the attractive character. Are you real? Are you excited about helping them? How you show up as an attractive character is far and away the number 1 best lead generation tool in your toolbox. It's also the best lead conversion tool in your toolbox, and that is you and how you show up. And do you show up in a way that pulls people towards you or pushes people away? Do you attract people or do you repel people? And there are skills and there are strategies that you can use to develop that. Just by the way you dress, by the way you take care of yourself. If you don't look great, and when I say look great, I'm not talking about how pretty you are, but I'm talking about, do you look professional? Do you take care of your body? Do you take care of yourself? So that when people show up, they go like, that person takes care of themselves. They automatically and instinctively believe that you can take care of their house because you're a person who takes care of stuff. And that matters, right? So number 1 is you, an attractive character. Number 2, the second most best tool for your lead generation toolbox is an audacious promise. An audacious promise. Look, it's noisy out there, right? With over 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, depending on who you ask, 1.4 million real estate agents, I don't know exact numbers, in North America. There's so many agents in every market that it's like you are a doormat in a warehouse full of doormats. Unless you do something, you've got to have a message and a process that is compelling that makes people go like, that's different. You see, it's not just a matter of being better. Like, well, I'm better, and my marketing plan's better, and my company's better, and you're like, it's just a fancier mousetrap. If you want to capture people, if you want leads coming to you, you must have an audacious promise that makes you irresistible. That makes you irresistible. Now, there's different ways you can do it. You can do it with being the cheapest. Okay, I'll do it for cheaper than anybody else. You can be the flat fee broker. You can be a cut rate discount thing, and there's entire businesses built on that. Okay, being the cheapest out there, and you can go to the dollar store, the Dollar Tree, the 99-cent store, Walmart, whatever. Nothing wrong with that, but you got to decide, do you want to work cheap? Okay, so you can be the cheapest. Now, there's no value in being, the third cheapest, right? Why would you be a 50% discounter? If I'm looking for a discount, I'm looking for cheap. Why would I go to you when I can go find somebody else to do it for $500? You're still want to charge a 1.5% or whatever it is. Right? But you can be the cheapest. No value in being second cheapest, be the cheapest. Or you can offer an astonishing guarantee. I will have your home sold in 28 days for top dollar, guaranteed. That would be a guaranteed sell. I'll sell your house in 60 days or I'll buy it. That would be a guarantee, an audacious promise that guarantees, hopefully, it guarantees results. And I train, in my advanced coaching, I train agents on all these types of different guaranteed sells or a wow value proposition. So I work with a company that I've partnered with called the 72-hour home selling system. Okay, you can learn about it at 72webinar.com, 72webinar, and it basically says we will sell your home in 72 hours for thousands more than with a traditional real estate agent. That, my friend, is an audacious promise. It is a wow value proposition that makes somebody go, what? You're going to sell my house in 1 3-day weekend in 72 hours for more than another agent can, and that takes 6 months? You can do it in 1 weekend? You got to be kidding me. That sounds too good to be true. That audacious promise, though, is what gets their attention. Now, you got to have something to back it up, or you're full of crap. You're just selling BS. But when you can back it up, an audacious promise grabs people's attention, and you've got an audacious promise now attached to your attractive character, and you got two of the best tools for your lead generation toolbox. Now, the best tool number 3 for lead generation is an awesome, amazing A-team. Now, what is an A-team? An A-team is what we also call a word-of-mouth marketing team. Some people call it a sphere of influence. It's basically your word-of-mouth marketing team. It's who do you know that is looking for business for you. So you can say, well, I have a sphere of influence, I have a database. Well, it's not a database and it's not a sphere of influence. That's people that you have an influence with. I'm talking about the ones that you have such a strong relationship with, that believe so much in you and what you do, that they're the one always looking, and their eyes and ears are open and looking for somebody else that you can help, and going like, I just ran into somebody at work. They are getting ready to move, they're getting transferred, or their kid just graduated and they're selling their house, and I told them that I was going to give their number to you to call them. They're expecting you to call. That, my friend, is a word-of-mouth marketing team. That is an A-team. That is somebody that is they're out there, and they're just aware of when they hear a real estate conversation, when their neighbor's moving, they don't go like, oh, I'm sure they got a realtor. They go like, you need to talk to my realtor. And they're bringing you business. The most powerful marketing on the planet is what? Word of mouth. And when you got people that you have a relationship with, they know what you do, they believe that you do it well, they believe you're the best, they trust you, and they know that you want their help to connect you with people that they know that are needing a great agent to help them sell and buy and invest in real estate. When that happens, my friends, deals will come to you over and over again as long as you maintain that relationship, what we call TOMA, top of mind awareness, and help them do that. An A-team, my friend, you got to build it. But once you built it, there is nothing more powerful than having somebody else bringing business to you, and they also can bridge that gap of trust because they know you, like you, and trust you, so they give you credibility to the person that they're referring to you, so you don't have to overcome skepticism. It's insanely powerful. So the third best tool for lead generation in your toolbox today is an A-team. If you don't have one, you got to build an A-team. You got to build one. I'm telling you, every time you do a deal, you want that client, when you get a new client, you want to let them know up front, my goal is not just to sell your house. My goal is to do such a fabulous job for you that for the rest of your life, 1, I'm your agent for life, and 2, that everybody else that you know, that you ever hear about looking at buying or selling, you want to refer them to me because you know I'll take care of them as well, and I'll make you look good by referring them to me. Is that okay if knowing going in that I want to do that good of a job for you? What are they going to say? Of course. So I'm winning and building that A-team every single day. The number 4th tool in your lead generation toolbox is an awesome track record. Just having a track record. It's just having that track record of market presence, market control. It's the old saying, success breeds success. Now, you can't start with that day one. I know the question, some of you are watching this, and you're like, well, what if I'm brand new? Then you don't have a track record. So you got to count on number 1, an attractive character, and number 2, an audacious promise. Okay, I don't know anybody. Well, you can't count on number 3, having an A-team. You got to build it. Okay, if you look at yourself and go like, I don't know, I don't feel like I really connect with people well, then you got to do some work on you and creating an attractive character, a pleasing personality. If you don't have an audacious promise, you got to learn one. You got to get trained on one. You got to find one. Okay, this is stuff that we train on in depth, and taking people to from wherever they are to adding hundreds of thousands of dollars to their income year after year after year in our events like Agent Mastery Live. You can go to agentmasterylive.com to find out more about that, and come join us and come train with me for 3 days, and it will change your life, and it will help you master and fill your toolbox with the best, most powerful lead generation tools on the planet, and how to make them work for you. I'm just curious if you got other ideas of things.
All right, lead generation principles. Consistency, very important. Most people, they're not going to send you a referral after one call. The point is to stay top of mind for years to come. Each conversation moves you into their conscious, and with enough consistency over time, you will stay there. Here's some ideas. Daily scheduled calls, take notes in your CRM, hanging with the same group of people that you enjoy, keeping in touch with old friends, commenting and posting on their social media, sending them postcards monthly, adding them on market reports if they own a house, adding them on a listing alert if they want to buy a home, adding them on a week listing alert of nearby homes if they own a house. Another principle is credibility. You want to garner a stellar reputation among the leads you are generating. Building credibility as a professional, knowledgeable, skilled agent is crucial to earning the confidence of those you are relying on for referrals. Some ideas is sharing things that you learn and know on social media, sharing things you learn at conversations, at dinner, family functions, friends, social gatherings. You want to have clarity. Conversations should be focused on relationship building and mutually beneficial exchanges. Make sure the people you talk to understand that you are an agent, and it will make them look good to their friends if they refer you to those needing a realtor. An idea is, hey, you know that I'm a realtor, but what I do is so much more than you see on TV. Show a house, collect a big check. Actually, I'm working 8 hours a day. I'm improving my knowledge and I'm finding customers. I hope that you would be willing to refer me to your friends who need a realtor. You also want to be concise. As your database grows, your time to connect will shrink. This is normal. Top producers get more done in less time. So as you gain experience and skill, your conversations will be more fruitful and filling in less time. So some ideas is to role play conversations, questions, buyer-seller consultations with other Sunbay agents once a week. You want as many people as possible to know that you successfully got your clients to the closing table. So after you have a closing, here's some things you can do. Post about a successful transaction on Facebook, tagging your clients in the Facebook post so their followers can see the news. Highlight some of your success stories of the deal to show what others you can do. Tell your friends and family about the closing. Bring it up at meals, drinking, hanging out. Be quick to move on and simply plant the seed. Ask for referrals from your client when you deliver the keys. Asking for referrals from your sellers when you congratulate them to tell them that the money has been transferred into their account. Telling everyone in your sphere about the successful transaction when they ask, hey, what's new in your life? Arranging a pizza party to be delivered to your client's workplace for all their coworkers to see. Introducing yourself to the neighbors, informing them that a house just sold, what the price was, how many offers you received. Sending a closing gift to the buyers of your listing to congratulate them on their new purchase. Hey, they may have been unhappy with their realtor. By sharing the news of your success, you increase the number of people who hear your name and see your prowess. And key points, nothing at all. That concludes this period of instruction.